Hi everyone, welcome back in my YouTube channel. So today I'm going to discuss about serial version UID. So last video I have discussed about serialization and deserialization. So I hope you have watched that video and you have confident now, right? So so this topic what I am going to discuss today. So this is all related with the serialization and deserialization only. Okay. So what I have mentioned, what is serial version UID in Java and why we use it, right? So most of the interview interview asks this question also. What do you mean by serial version UID when we are going to use it? Correct? So we should know also this concept, right? So today we'll discuss what is serial version UID in Java and why we use it. Right? So first, let's understand one more time because last video also I have discussed briefly what is serialization and deserialization in Java. Right? So already we have discussed, right? So serialization is a process where Java object is converted into a stream of bytes, right? That means Java object converted into what? File or network supported file, right? So same thing, what is deserialization? So once you're going to read the object from file, right? Also we can see, right? So deserialization is a process of converting of a stream of byte into Java object. Correct? This two definition we need to know, right? So let's what understand with example. Already we have discussed this thing in our last video, right guys? So that time what we have the class, 1 minute, let me open that my class. So yeah, see that imply class already I have used, right? So that implements with serializable interface, right? So already I have used three what properties: imply id, imply name, imply self, right? So corresponding I have used what that serialization and deserialization Java class, right? Display. So how we have done the serialization and how we have done the deserialization. Already we have discussed. Right? These two things. No worries. Once again, I will one more time. I will run this code and I will show you. So when we are getting this serialization UID issue and how we are going to fix it. Okay? See guys, simply if we have right serialized and deserialized. Serialization means guys already we have discussed, right? So once we are going to convert right our Java object to what Java object to convert it into a stream of byte, right? Serialization means guys simple. So serialization is a process where Java object is converted into a stream of bytes. Correct? See, so for that purpose, already we have the what file output stream. Okay, where we are giving what that xyz dot text file. We are going to write the object. So we are going to call it. So we are passing that FOS file output stream into what object output stream. Then you're going to write the object. What object? Whatever you're going to use. Suppose in this example, I'm going to use what employee object. So I'm going to add the employee object. Okay. So see, once we will run the application of what serialization. So what the things we can see, what the response we could see, right? 1 minute. See, serialization process completed means whatever the object we are going to write, this is what this is written in the x dot xyz dot text. And also guys, we can see in our structure, right? So see xyz dot text. So there is unreadable formats are there. Whatever going to write the object into this file, that is unreadable format. Okay. So once we have written the object into the file, so how we are going to read this object from the file? How we are going to read this object from the file? That purpose, what we are going to deserialize the object, right? We are going to deserialize the object. Whatever we are going to pass, whatever we have written the object into the file, how we are going to deserialize. So with this method, right? So this is method what method is named read object. With this method, we are going to read the object. Yes or no? So already we have written file input stream. In that we are going to pass our what file, and then we're going to write what object input stream, and that object input stream we're going to pass our file FIS. Then we're going to read the file, right, with the help of read object method, correct? So I can see here, once I will run the application for deserialize, right? So how the object is reading from the file, right? So let me run the application, correct? Then we can see how. See, so earlier we have what inserted, we have written the object 100 Sudhakar 50,000, right? So how are we going to read object, how are we going to read object? With the help of read object method, right? So we can see here this lesson process completed, and whatever object is there in file you can see, correct? As of now we don't have any issue, right? Till now we are, but I hope you understood, right? Correct. So now what I am going to do is, so let me go the employee Java, okay, and I need to add one extra field. I'm going to add one extra attribute here. Suppose a string address. I added one extra field, okay. Now I can run the application, right, and we see the response, what response is coming. Let me run the application. See guys, so what I could see, the issue. So what I could see, the issue here, see. So this is because, right, so what issue we are getting here, right? I'll explain now, don't worry. So this is because JVM associated a version, right? JVM associate a version number of long type, right? This version, okay, this one. So this is because JVM associate a version number of long type called what? Serial version UID. Guys, concentrate. This is the main central part. Okay. This is because why? JVM associate a version number of long type called what? Serial version UID with each serializable class. Right? With each serializable class, and this ID used to verify. This ID used to verify if serializable object and object loaded during deserialization does have the same attribute under compatible or not. I hope you understood, right? So means what? In this case, both serial version UID is different. See, this is incompatible, right? See, so while serialization, this serial version UID is there. While we have deserialized, we have added, right? We have added some what fields, that field, right? We added this field, correct? So that time, see what I could see, the local class serial UID, what? This one, right? This one, correct? So both the serial version UID are different. Both the serial version UID is different. One serial version UID belongs to what? Serialization, and one serial version UID belongs to deserialization, correct? Because we have added one extra field, so that directly it indicates java.io invalid class exception, correct? Java.io invalid class exception, correct? So now how to fix it? The main motto is how to fix it, this issue, if you got during deserialization, right? So we can explicitly, guys, we can explicitly declare serial version UID. What we can do? We can explicitly declare serial version ID, okay? And most of the ID, guys, by default, most of the ID by default what? It automatically what? Will import like that. See, it's mentioned, right? So add default serial version UID, add generated serial version UID. So we can click add generated serial version UID. And guys, one thing I would like to add here, okay? I would like to add one point here. See, you can see that So that is private static final. You know that final, it's not, it can't be changed, right? And this is long type. Okay, and see guys, whatever we have, whatever we have generated the serial version UID, that are same guys. You can see here. See, these both are same or not? See, these both are same or not, guys? Same, right? Okay, so that is the guy main thing. Okay, if you are going to what? If you are going to generate explicitly, while if you are going to what? Implement your class from the serializable interface. If you are going to implement your class from the serial interface, definitely we should what? Generate this serial version UID. So you may not get such type of issue. Got it? Also guys, we need to remember this thing, right? So at the time of serialization, with every object sender side, we know that sender side, receiver side are there, right? So receiver means what? Once you're going to deserialize the object. Sender means once you're going to send the serialization object. So at the time of serialization, with every object sender side, JVM will save a unique identifier. What? JVM will save a unique identifier. JVM is responsible to generate. What? JVM is responsible to generate this unique identifier based on dot class file. Got it? Same thing, guys. At the time of deserialization, receiver side. Once you are going to deserialize the object, that time receiver come into picture. So at the time of deserialization, receiver side, JVM will compare. What? JVM will compare unique identifier associated with object. Associated with object with local class unique identifier. If both are matched, if both unique identifier are matched, then only deserialization will perform. Only deserialization will perform. Otherwise, we will get what? Runtime exception. What we could see here, invalid class exception, right? So this unique number, guys, this unique identifier is nothing but, it's called what? Serial version UID. See guys, already I mentioned you, this ID are similar to this ID or not? This ID or not? Correct? So this unique identifier is nothing but serial version UID. I hope you understood, guys. This is simple, but it's very simple, very conceptual. Okay, so guys, in summary, we can say that it is highly recommended. It is highly recommended. Okay, that class implementing serializable interface declares on serial version UID. Okay, as the generated one by JVM is compile dependent, guys. Is compile dependent, and thus may result in unexpected exception, like what? Invalid what? Class exception. So what we have seen, guys? So in this video, what we have discussed, we have started like what is serialization, what is deserialization, right? In Java, correct? And also what we have seen, without serial version UID, what issue we got, what issue we face, and finally adding the serial version UID, right? After adding this serial version UID, correct? Yes or no? After adding this serial version UID, we are able to resolve the issue. Yes or no? And we understand what the use of adding serial version, right? Correct? Tell me yes or no. So one more time, I will run the application. Then we will see this issue has went up or not. Okay. So we'll come here. So first, comment this. Run our first what? Serialization. We can see what the response is coming. What response is coming? See, serial version process completed, correct? So now if you comment this one, then we can see that how deserialization process is happening. Okay, so now run the application of deserialization. You will see the result. See guys, so deserialization process completed, and we could see what 100 Sudhakar 50,000. What we have what written this away into the file. Good. So with this, I hope you understood clearly, right? Completely you understood, right? So guys, that's all for this video, guys. So if you like this video, please like, share, subscribe, and share among your friends, right? Right? Thanks for guys watching the video. We'll meet in next video. Bye bye.